Call of Duty has a lot of issues, no doubt, but the main one I'll be covering in this video is going to be why Activision is slow. And for some context, let's look at Modern Warfare 2. The game's been out since October 28th, 2022, and we don't really have many fun game modes. And these are what make Call of Duty fun. Modes like Gunfight, Gun Game, Infected are all modes that you can play not competitively where you have to be, such a sweat or whatever. You can play for fun. Like Gun Game is a lot of fun to queue up with your friends. Same with Infected, that's literally just like a meme game mode. And stuff like that would make this game so much better. I'm not saying that just because they won't add a couple modes it makes the game bad, because it's not a bad multiplayer at all. It just feels like Activision is taking quite a long time to introduce new content. And it's not just Modern Warfare 2 that struggles with lack of content or lack of developer action for fixing games, fixing bugs, whatever it is. But let's look at Warzone, for example. We had so many broken metas like the DMR that would kill you in 2 shots. We had the controversial Rose skin. We had the stim glitch. We had so many things that took them quite a long time to fix that they made the current players frustrated, they made players leave, and everyone was just fed up with it. And when people tweeted out to Infinity Ward addressing the issues, Activision most of the time would just be like, here, just give them some $20 anime bundles. And it seemed like the last few weeks of Rebirth, there really was no meta. Like, you could use whatever you want and have a good time. So they waited really until the very end of their game's life cycle to bring a balanced experience for everyone, which is just beyond me. Enough talking about the past, let's look at the present and the future of Warzone, which is Warzone 2. The game launched with the 4 base modes, quads, trios, solos, and duos, as well as a third-person mode which is played in trios, on a new map called Al Mazrah. Warzone 2 came out on November 16th, 2022, and at the time I'm recording this video, it's January 31st, 2023, and the only new mode we've gotten for Battle Royale is Mini Royale Trios. Jumping back for just a second, Rebirth Island was the only thing that kept Warzone 1 alive, in my opinion. Like at the end, Caldera was just over in the shadows because of Rebirth. And what the developers failed to realize when giving us Al Mazrah is that this wasn't going to appeal for very long and they needed to do something fast, which they didn't. What I don't understand is why they waited so long to give us Resurgence. Like at the time I'm recording, we don't even have it yet either, because it's supposed to come out on February 15th. But they could have at least given us at the very minimum in Al Mazrah. Like if you guys remember on Caldera, they gave us like Vanguard Resurgence squads, if you know what I'm talking about, like smaller circles where you had Rebirth, you'd come back in Caldera and stuff like that. They should have done that with Al Mazrah. Activision established Resurgence in such a way that it was people's go-to mode to play. So by not having it in this game, it's really affecting their numbers. Like Warzone 2 right now is barely at 100,000 people. What they thought people would like is a big map with 150 people and you run around for 20 minutes, you find someone and you die to them because they're sitting in a building. Or maybe that's just my experience and I suck and it's a skill issue. Okay, that was a little harsh. I'm sorry, Al Mazrah. You're not a bad map. I just feel it's good that we have variety between a Resurgence mode and a big ass map like you. And if you like Al Mazrah, that's totally fine. You're obviously entitled to your own opinion. I'm just saying that Resurgence is really needed for a lot of players. Thankfully, our prayers are being answered, and on February 15th, we'll be getting a new Resurgence map called Ashika Island, as I'm sure many of you know by now. Let's hope that in the future, Activision can address these issues and make them clear and accept that they've done something wrong, or can finally stop caring only about money so they don't make so many players leave, which causes their game to flop. That's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you went on to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you haven't done so already with notifications on so you never miss another video.